Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Here we are. Today we're gonna film a fun video, a questionably fun video, about the assumptions that my followers have about me. Before I start, let me just say that assuming isn't always a good thing, unless like you're good at assuming things. Let's just see what people have to say. I'm just gonna be reading these straight off of my phone, right from the Instagram world itself. Based on changes in your feed, you're single now. Weird. It's not far off from the truth. I was dating someone for about 9 years of my life. 9 years, guys. It's like a lifetime. But we recently did break up. You are a good kisser. No. It's kind of hard for me to judge. I could say that I'm good, but maybe someone else doesn't think that I'm good at kissing. I think everyone likes to think that they're a good kisser. You were a gymnast as a kid and you never stopped. Yes, technically. I was a gymnast from the age of 6 until 16, and I stopped doing gymnastics because I started to get a lot of injuries, which is never really fun. And I was also a teenager at the time, and I was like, I don't have time to go to practice anymore. But in high school, I ended up playing lacrosse, and I actually played softball for a year, which I wasn't very good at. And then my senior year, I ended up cheerleading because I got recruited because they found out that I could do the flips. After high school, I ended up cheering in college because I just didn't want to stop being on my hands, flipping in the air, doing normal things. After college, I cheered professionally for the Baltimore Ravens, for the NFL. For only 1 year, I would never do it again. Nope, wouldn't do it again, but it was a good experience. And in 2015, I started doing calisthenics, and now I just do bar tricks. So yeah, I mean, I've never really not flipped. Like, I think when I was a baby in my mom's stomach, I was probably doing flips in there too. You can be shy and you weren't the cool kid in school, but you are now. I was not the cool kid in school. No, I actually hated high school. People used to make fun of me a lot for being pale. What? Why? Why? It doesn't make sense, and being tan isn't cool. It's just bad for your skin. You have at least 1 million sassy hand movements per day. This could not be more spot on. I don't think that there's a time when I'm not talking with my hands, but I am part Italian, so I think that's why there's a lot going on in this region. That is probably the most true statement I've seen so far. I think that you don't give a fuck about what people say, only what your close friends and family say. I definitely value my friends and my family and what they think and say about me, or if I'm ever going through something, I will always ask them for advice, whether positive or negative. You know, I just like real stuff. When I do get negative comments, or when people will say something that isn't the nicest, it does get to me slightly, you know, because I do see a lot of your comments and things. I try to just take that information and just get rid of it, because it's not doing me any good. I don't need to listen to it. And I think one of the biggest things I've learned in my life is that everyone has a story. So I always try to give people the benefit of the doubt, and I always try to treat others with kindness, because I don't know what's going on in their life and they don't know what's going on in my life. It's just easier to, like, you know, be nice. That's all I have to say about that. You are still thinking about Gary Tonin daily. Gary is one of my favorite people on this earth. I met Gary recently when we went on a trip to the Dominican Republic, and he is hilarious. I have not laughed as hard with anyone, I don't think, as I do with him. And him and I just connect on this level of weird, joking, hilarious savageness. As far as thinking about Gary daily, I don't necessarily think of him daily because that would be weird and creepy, but I do think of him as one of my closest friends, and I would do anything for him. For instance, he made me punch him in the face. I didn't want to, but he made me do it, so I don't want to get married. I don't really believe in marriage that much. Here's my thoughts. Let's say partner A and partner B, they love each other, okay? What does marrying each other really have to say about those two people loving each other? In my opinion, it's just like a certificate that says, hey, we did it, we're married, we love each other technically. But I think that if you're in a relationship and two people love each other, then marriage isn't necessarily something that's going to increase your love or change your relationship in any way. Legally, it just means that you two are together in a bond, in a legal bond. I also think that the price of weddings in general is so excessive. Do we need to spend tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars to put on a party? I could have you guys all over at my apartment and we could throw a party here for approximately the cost of like a pack of hot dogs Redbox DVD rental and maybe some like champagne if you want. I don't really think that it has to be that excessive. And I respect the reasons why people do choose to get married. If you want to get married, don't worry, I'll be at your wedding, aggressively dancing. Someone assumed that I'm vegan. I'm not. Someone asked if I was bisexual. No, I'm not bisexual, but I don't have any judgments against anyone that is bisexual. It is what it is. We're all on this earth once, so you gotta live your life. I think it's important to just embrace who you are and love unconditionally. You work hard for every new skill that you get, and they don't always come naturally to you. This is true. I know that you guys think that because I had a gymnastics background that the calisthenics thing really came easily to me, but it did not. I used to spend hours in the gym just watching videos of different calisthenics athletes doing some skills, and then I would try them. And sometimes it would take me months until I learned a certain skill. I think that gymnastics obviously did give me a lot of body strength and body awareness. Every new skill that I learn is a completely different movement, and it does take me some time and mental energy to figure it out and learn it and do it without being scared. I work hard, and I think even if you have been an athlete your entire life, every single person has worked hard for where they are today. But it doesn't mean that if you're an adult now and you don't have an athletic background that you can't get to where you want to be. You just gotta start. And once you start, then you're already one step toward your goal. Someone assumes that I'm tiny. I wouldn't say that I'm tiny. I'm 5'5" and probably like 120 pounds. I'm just pretty average. You eat clean every day. Incorrect. I think that our bodies tend to crave things for a different reason, and I think it's important to listen to your body. So if I'm wanting a piece of chocolate, I'm gonna eat the piece of chocolate. And I find that when I start denying myself the foods that I really want, then I just start overeating and I eat even more bad things. I think it's really about balance, eating clean, but also listening to your body. You work out more than 3 times per week. I don't know. It depends. Some weeks I work out 3 times a week, and then other weeks I'll work out more depending on if I go to a class with a friend. But really, it's about 3 times. I find that if I work out more than 3 times a week, sometimes I'll start to get tired of it. I just don't want to do it. So then I end up taking a break and not working out for a period of time, which I think is worse than working out moderately every week and not getting tired of it. This is the Gina logic, guys. If you're tuning in, I just make stuff up in my mind and I say it out loud, and sometimes it's right, sometimes it's wrong. I don't know, but this is just how I feel and what I do in my normal life, so I'm telling you guys straight up the real deal, the G facts. A lot of you have assumed that I've always been a blonde. No, this is far from the truth, guys. I have dark brown hair. Let me show you a picture. That's me as a child, okay? Very pasty, very dark hair, lots of attitude. It is flattering to know that you guys think that I'm a blonde, but I'm not. You think that I'm rich. I am rich in friends, but no, I'm not actually rich. I work really hard to make money, and I spend way too much money on rent, and that's just the life I live right now. Would one day love to be rich. I mean, that would be awesome. But until that day happens, no. Wouldn't really say that I'm rich. I'm smarter than your average clout-chasing Instagram girl. Thank you. I do think that maybe I'm smart. I mean, I did well in high school and college. I'm sure that there are many people who are way smarter than me. I do love learning, but most of the time now I'm just learning like on Google. You know, when I want to know some facts, I just look them up and they're right there, and then I put them in here and I keep them for myself and sometimes for others. I'm trying to be a comedian. No, I'm not trying to be a comedian, although that sounds like a fun job. I'm organized. No, I try so hard to be organized, and I even read the Marie Kondo book on how to like get rid of the things in my life that I don't need and how to organize some of my stuff. And I started it and I put it kind of into my life, but my room, for instance, or my apartment, I call it a room because it's very small. I'll clean my apartment one day, and then the following day, it will be a disaster. I do not know what happens within like the 24 hours that I'm living in it, but something just comes over me and things are everywhere. I no longer work as a nurse. Surprise! That is a correct fact. I actually do not work as a nurse anymore. I left my nursing job probably about 2 months or 3 months ago. Now I'm solely doing social media and fitness things. And I'm releasing my press handstand guide on February 1st, which I'm super excited to show you guys. This person said they assume that I have the best taste in shoes. 100%. I was a party girl in high school. No, I actually didn't even drink my freshman year of college. This person said that I have a boyfriend, but I'm keeping him a secret. Interesting. I have been dating someone over the past few months. So I wouldn't say it's a secret. I'm dating someone. I love Harry Potter. 100% true. I love Harry Potter, like a weird amount. I'm a Gemini. No, but I am a Libra, which is another air sign, so it's not far off. And I do really love that kind of stuff. I don't necessarily believe in it, but I do think that there is some truth to the month that you're born in and the moon and the energy and things that are going on. An active lifestyle keeps me out of the depression pit. Yes, I definitely believe that staying active keeps me from overthinking and being sad. And sometimes when I am not as active, or if I'm taking a break, then I do start to see myself sort of slip into, not necessarily like full-on depression, but I do start thinking about more negative things in my life. I'm a tomboy, that I'm one of the boys. I feel like I can go both ways. I'm definitely not like a girly girl, but I'm more girly than one of the boys. For instance, I like putting makeup on. I like doing my hair. I don't really know. I think I'm like in between. I'm not a tomboy and I'm not a girly girl. I'm just like here in the G space. My ethnicity is Northern European. My ethnicity is Italian, German, and Puerto Rican. I was born in the US and my ancestors are from those parts of the world. And by ancestors, I mean like mostly my great-great-grandparents. I really hope that you guys liked this video, and if you did, please be sure to give me a thumbs up and also subscribe if you haven't already done that. Thank you guys so much again for watching, and I will catch you next time.